Welcome to Mary Downs. My name is Jenny, and I will be taking you on a full inside tour of this beautiful 1882 farmhouse. The 65-acre country estate is located a mile into the forest and surrounded by thousands of acres of a Maine state wildlife sanctuary. Last year, we moved here with our menagerie of rescue animals in search of the good life. Before we go into the farmhouse, I wanted to show you a couple of original 1882 features, one being these gorgeous granite doorsteps, complete with an iron boot scraper, perfect for getting mud off the farmer's boots and keeping the farmer's wife happy. The other feature I wanted to show you was this amazing lintel with the shooting stars. I think it's enchanting. And these 100% biodegradable juniper Christmas wreaths. So now let's go into the farmhouse, and we will go in through the kitchen side door that takes you into this wonderful little mudroom space. And as you can see, everything in here is pretty original, including these pegs above the door that leads to the L, that leads to the barn, and these great coat hangers. There's a double row here, and you can see all of our odd assortment of outside gear. There's a door here that leads to a back kitchen staircase or a servant staircase, and then the door here leads into the kitchen. There's a little cupboard here that when you open it, it leads into the backside of a closet. The floorboards are all original with square-headed nails, and this door leads once again to the back kitchen staircase. So before this video starts, I wanted to do a quick disclaimer that this is not one of those floaty dresses. Everything's perfect and staged. There's lots of throw pillows and everything. It just looks like it came out of a home goods store. This is a hard-used farmhouse because Matthew and I are very busy caring for a lot of animals with muddy boots, hay on the floor, hay on our clothes. So I'm not an interior decorator. I do have a really vast collection of old antiques, which I think you will enjoy seeing. Anyways, I wanted to show you these stairs. They are very, very steep, and they would have led to a garret, and I'll show you what it looks like walking up it. So now we're going to go through this door, which leads into the kitchen. The kitchen is a great space. It is warm and cozy and certainly has a very cottagey feel. And the corgis are always happy to see me. It has these great big cross windows, which I love, and has the original trim and the original doors, and this fabulous Hearthstone wood stove, which heats up the entire house. And you can see I have a nice collection here of old antique vintagey pieces. This is a great little cupboard, and I keep tea in it. I really like the layout in here, especially this rattan light that we put in last year. And I have lots of little antique pieces that kind of give it more of that old-fashioned feel, including these little collectible plates. This is a little French plate I love the scene in this. I love the clothes she's wearing and some Quimper dishes, which are fabulous. And I've had this little Chinaman vase. It's a wall pocket. I've had that for a really long time. As far as antiques go, I do not stick to one era. I like to collect pieces that speak to me and give me the kind of feeling I'm looking for, which is mostly nostalgia. This is a really great coffee container and this little tiny French crock that I hold coarse salt in. And here are some more china plates and little doodle drawings. My daughter and I love to do art, and you'll see a lot of my pieces and some of hers throughout the farmhouse. There's a lot of different old clocks here, and they all tell a different time, but they do all work. And I have a few vintage bird cages, and if you're wondering, those are not live birds, they are vintage glass birds. So my two favorite things about this room would be this wood stove. It's so amazing, it heats up the entire house. It's a wonderful wood stove. It makes the kitchen so warm and cozy. The second thing is having a window over my sink so I can do my dishes and look out at the Mary Downs and see the goats and the sheep when they're out grazing. Some things I might like to change about this room would be perhaps to find a new location for this gorgeous old antique wood box. And in its place, put some kind of a small kind of Victorian love seat that you could sit, and I could have my coffee in the morning. I get up around 4 every morning before anyone else is up. And it's just nice to sit in front of the fire and have your coffee and think about the day ahead. Or maybe like a little Victorian rocking chair. Let me know in the comments what you think will look good in this space. So if you're wondering about my outfit, this is a colonial short gown that I sewed. I hand sewed it. It has this wonderful placard in the back, and it's lined, and I have it on top of a vintage style, old looking dress. I love collecting old vintagey clothes, and I really love wearing them. Why not? From the kitchen, you come into this little area that is very useful, actually. You have this big closet, and in here we keep a lot of animal supplies, animal food, our dishes, and then here's a little bit of my artwork, which is a lot of fun to do. We keep our trash under here so it's out of the way, and then in through this amazing French door is the sunroom, which is incredible. It is an amazing room. It is a modern room, but somehow it just fits so perfectly with the farmhouse, because who wouldn't want to capture the amazing Mary Downs and all of the beautiful forest land? If you're new to our channel, we call this the Mary Downs because of the big field behind the farmhouse and all the merry little animal feet that run upon it. So as you can see, the farmhouse is furnished almost entirely with antiques, except for, I believe, one couch, which is in this room. So what's not to love about this room? It is beautiful. It is modern, yes, but somehow it just fits so perfectly with this old farmhouse. And why wouldn't you want to capture the Mary Downs? The view is spectacular. Being able to look out there when the sun sets and see the animals and have this amazing bird's eye view of everything around it is really special. That's not to say there isn't a lot to do in this room, because Matt keeps informing me we need to remud a lot of the seams are showing on some of the sheetrock. It does need a new coat of paint. We want to replace that old AC unit. Yeah, I mean, beyond some cosmetic changes, I think it's pretty perfect. Maybe in time, the only thing I would change would be to replace the flooring with some kind of like flagstone or slate. We had slate in one of another house we lived in, or some kind of old terracotta flooring would be amazing in here. terracotta tiles would be amazing, I think. Let me know in the comments what you think. So now we go into the dining room, and it is another fabulous room filled with antiques, bright light, and some very charming collectibles, which you'll see here. There are, once again, these beautiful cross windows that let in an incredible amount of light, and more antique features like this great trunk, and you'll see lots of old bottles from the Victorian dump sites and old cellar holes that we excavate. This Dutch painting you'll see in just a minute is amazing, and there's a match to it up the stairs, which I'll show you in just a minute. I really love the candelabra light over the lion-foot table, and this oil antique painting and the old clocks and books. They just look so good together, and that clock is once again telling a different time. This is an old schoolmaster's desk and an antique laundry basket and some more artwork that I have done. This is a great old cupboard, and it has some vibrant pottery on it and Matt's wizard's pipe. This little French washstand and the make-do Parisian bowl are fantastic, and here's some more pottery shards which we have found around the farmhouse just from digging about. And in this little nest is an old marble and an early bone button, which we've also found. This is an amazing hutch. It has wavy glass, and inside some early china dishes and some Beatrix Potter collectible. I think it is Beswick, and I know I'm saying that wrong. But I love anything Beatrix Potter. This painting was done by my daughter, and this is a wax butter mold that smells like cinnamon. So there's a lot to love in this room as well. I mean, it's great to have a dining room. I've never really had a specific room for dining. It's a great room. The light that comes in here is incredible. I love the big old cross windows. The little door that leads into the bathroom, you'll see in a minute, is one of the things I love so much about this room because it's so tiny. There are two really tiny doors here. I mean, people were smaller back then, but I think they're really cute. They're original. This room, this farmhouse is very, very original. Yes, some of the floors have been replaced. It's a little timepiece. The tiny door leads to a downstairs bathroom, and it is a very nice room, has this beautiful marble tile floor and botanical wallpaper. There's a vintage cast iron tub, so there is a good shower and a tub in there, and a really cute sink over an antique bureau that's been fitted. Once again, I really like all the light that comes through, and these tiles, ceramic tiles, are amazing. There are actually 4 doors in this bathroom, which is kind of funny. And I have some vintage fair posters framed here, which really look cute in the bathroom, I think. So in through this door is a great closet space that's fitted underneath the stairs. So this door leads to an ensuite guest bedroom, and it comes with this vintage wallpaper, a queen-size French bed and coverlet, and these great 1920s wardrobe bureau pieces with the matching vanity, which fit perfect in this space. This antique shelf with the pegs is great, and I think it fits this space also really well. And I love the hooked rug here. I think it's really charming and very cottagey looking. So this door leads to an attached sitting room, which I will show you in just a minute. So we go back through the bathroom, and this door leads into the little study where I make YouTube videos for you, and you can enter actually through the dining room as well. I keep a lot of family photos in here, and you can see the original floorboards, which would be great to bring back to the rest of the house in time. The curtains are ones that I have made, and they're lined and very beautiful, I think. I love the bird motif. This is a great antique desk and more antique terracotta pots and this funny little quirky cupboard. I do have a weakness for them, I'm afraid. So now we come to the sitting room, and this is a very special room. It is definitely one of my favorite rooms, although every room we go into, I keep thinking it's my favorite room. So I don't know. They're all just great rooms. Has this old antique oriental rug and lots of special antique pieces, and the big 3 windows add a lot of light in here, making it perfect for doing artwork or reading a book. Matthew actually made me this bookcase, and it's so beautiful. And that little bluebird was drawn by my daughter Hadley, who's an amazing artist. As you can tell, I am a big bookworm. I feel like I have a really big weak spot for shabby chic furniture, and this little camelback couch is a great example of that. There's a beautiful corner hutch here. That is a very old piece. And of course, more nests because I love collecting them. This is a beautiful original watercolor of an Italian scene, and I love that very much. I found that at an antique shop. And this is a special curio cabinet that I picked up and turned into a dollhouse. It houses antique German China head dolls and antique dollhouse furniture that I have collected from every nook and cranny I can find whenever I go to flea markets or charity shops or what have you, or pick up on eBay. I'm always looking for a good bargain. And I made the little curtains in here, and the wallpaper is replica Morris wallpaper. And that is a little jointed German bisque baby. It's really cute. This is kind of in keeping with Little Women, and this is poor Beth sick having eggs and pancakes. This is a cute whatnot shelf and more little trinkety pieces. This is a beautiful oil with a lovely gold ormolu frame and a very interesting chair, which I can tell you about, and a favorite book by Tasha Tudor. If you haven't read that, please do. So now we come to my 1930s dollhouse, which I completely restored. I found this off of the Facebook marketplace. It needed new windows, which I had custom built by an Etsy artist. They actually open and shut. I had to pretty much gut the whole thing because it had a terrible smell and start from scratch. I put a primer on it and this vintage wallpaper. And once again, I have my antique German dolls, and it actually came with a lot of these antique dollhouse furniture pieces and more I have collected along the way. This is a little cap I found mudlarking, and there's wool from the sheep in that little basket. It's just a lot of fun putting all of this together. Some of these pieces are actually real gold and sterling silver and pewter. I know not everyone is into dolls, but I know a lot of you absolutely love antiques. And it's like a world within a world. They're miniature antiques, and I think they are fabulous. I would love to have this dining room. Who wouldn't? I think it's just fabulous. And look at that wallpaper. If I could replicate that for this farmhouse, I think I would be in heaven. This kind of has a practical magic kind of vibe with the sisters. I'm not sure if you've seen that movie, but I think it's great, and all the little vintage pieces. I actually drew that little portrait from a little rim from a pocket watch that I found mudlarking, and I'm using it as a picture frame. The upstairs is really special. I created this sort of an anthropology room. There's gemstones and little collectible shells, and I think it's a great space. I would like to have a room just like this, and maybe I will. Comment if you would like to see more of this dollhouse. I have to go kind of fast or this video will be very long, but let me know if that's something you are interested in seeing. So we're going to leave the sitting room and go upstairs. And as you can tell, this is a beautiful staircase. It wraps around, and there are, I'm trying to think how many rooms there are. There are 3 bedrooms. So you have a little landing here and a matching Dutch oil painting to the one downstairs, which is just so beautiful. Here's an antique grandmother clock. It actually works and chimes and tells the wrong time right now. And a antique peekaboo painting, and I think that's really cute and risque. An antique mirror, and there I am. And a jute rug. I absolutely adore jute rugs. And this goes to a little trunk storage because I love storing things in these antique trunks rather than plastic bins, because we do live a pretty simple life here. We try to be as minimalist as we can. This is an old grain bin that I keep my sheets and towels in. So in this closet is hidden a washer and dryer on stone tiles, and I love that. I like that you can out of sight, out of mind. So this is a fantastic sewing room. I love to sew. I do quite a bit of sewing when I have the time. Hopefully this winter I'll find more time to sew. But it also makes a really good little guest bed, extra guest bed, if you have company and somebody needs an extra place to sleep. Or if Matt's snoring really loud, I sleep in here. More jute rugs, and that is the original floorboards, which, as I said before, I'd love to try to replicate and replace the carpet and the snap lock flooring in time. This is another little miniature world that Matthew and I created from an old prune box. Matt actually built these beams in this, and we put in more little antique furniture. This is a vintage curtain that I used as a closet door and some of our vintage clothes collections. So now we go back to the landing, and through here is the master bedroom. So I love our bedroom. I wasn't a big fan of the carpet at first, but this is a brand new carpet and is so soft on my feet. I know it's modern. It doesn't fit with the old farmhouse thing, but I do love it. I have to say it's very, very warm and soft, especially on those cold mornings when you don't want to get out of bed. I think if you had to say what our interior decorating style is, it would be a mix between very simple. I'd say we're minimalists, even though we do seem to have a lot of little things. It still feels open and airy, which I do like. And I love using my antiques. I take very good care of them, but I do love to actually use them and not keep it like a little museum. This is a French daybed and it's amazing. The woodwork in this is incredible. It makes a really great place to have a cup of tea or read a book. In here is a big closet space, which is really handy because we don't have a full attic. It's just a crawl space. Actually, we have never been in that. That is something we should do and film. So through here we have the upstairs bathroom. This is stone tiling and it's an awesome bathroom. More of my jute rugs, big double vanity, and some really pretty light fixtures. The bathtub is awesome and it is a great place to soak after a hard day's work. This is an old dry sink and I think it fits here perfectly. I found this mudlarking. It's a little glass stopper that I'm using to plug this drain hole. And then above here is a matching, I think that this would have been a candle drying rack, but I'm using it for holding scrunchies. Then through this door leads to the garret. The back staircase that I showed you in the beginning of the video leads to this room. Now this room is completely refinished, but it would have just been beams showing, and that's, like I said before, where maybe the farm helper lived or the servant girl, or it could have just been basically their attic and maybe they stored winter crops here. And the back kitchen staircase would have been easy access to food or anything else they wanted. more trunks to hold some of our artwork, and I love these rag rugs. So now we come to the end of the video, and I just wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed, liked, and commented, and please do comment on this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the old farmhouse and the rooms and the antiques you've seen. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We would love it so much. It helps us grow our channel and helps us keep making videos. And wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I know it's the day after, and hopefully you haven't shopped too much. And we post Fridays at 3 Eastern Time, and we will see you next Friday at the Merry Downs.